Good afternoon ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steve and you're watching Bushcraft with Steve Outdoors. Hope you're all well. So welcome back to the channel ladies and gents on this beautiful crisp winter's day. And what a perfect day to test today's review piece. Today ladies and gents, we are testing the Outin Nano portable espresso maker. Espresso? Now, when Outin reached out to me a couple of months ago, they gave me the opportunity to review one of two items in their product range. The first one being the standalone Nano espresso maker, the second one being their Christmas Sip Joy set. And in this gift set you do get a couple of substantial added bonuses that I think help complete the set, and I thought this would be an absolutely fantastic gift set to review as we're so near Christmas now, and this could potentially be the perfect gift for that coffee lover in your life. So join me on the floor as we go through this gift set piece by piece, and we'll go over its pros and cons and discuss whether this would be a good fit for you in your personal ecosystem. Of course it would, it makes coffee. Now ladies and gents, let me present to you the Outin Christmas Sip Joy set. So straight away it comes in a very nice presentation box with a magnetic flap, and contained within the presentation box we do get two extra boxes which contain all the various added bonuses. So we'll put this aside. So starting with this box first, this contains the newly revised and included adjustable stand that we can place our Nano espresso maker on, maybe on a counter, kitchen side, office desk. And then there we have a couple of simple basic instructions showing you how to assemble. Very easily assembled. In the box you get an Allen key, a couple of spare screws in here. The screws that are required are already fitted top and bottom of the stand. We have the base and then the holder for the actual espresso machine just there. And that is the stand assembled. Very easy. Turn the knob and you can adjust that up and down. Absolute breeze to put together, and this will give you the ability to mount the espresso maker wherever you desire. Nice aluminium construction, nice and solid. Rubber slip cover there. Very nice. Now inside the barista gift box, opening the lid, we are presented with a lovely illustration of what is included in this box. So we have a ground coffee filter basket, shower screen, we have a ground coffee spoon and tamper, we have the capsule adapter for your Espresso capsules, we have the portafilter, the machine itself, we have a coffee cup, we have the Plus portafilter, which is a nice piece of knurled aluminium, makes this feel really premium. We have the doser, which again is aluminium, the tamper, again aluminium, we have a distribution tool, the Plus shower screen and the Plus filter basket. Opening up we get a coloured illustration of how to use the actual machine. We'll go over that very shortly. Very simple application to the end user. Under the instructions you get a couple of useful user guides and safety precautions and a user guide booklet which you can read at your own pace. We also get included in this lovely gift set some nice stickers. These will definitely be going on my bottle. Now what remains in the box is your Outin Nano portable espresso maker machine. This weighs in at 670 grams and is powered by a 7500 milliamp battery. This boasts 200 hot brews using the hot water method in the top and 5 brews using the cold water method. This will brew you a hot tasty espresso in 3 minutes. As you can see here from this unit, I opted for the space grey, but they do offer this in optional colours which I'll put on the screen now. This machine is set up for ground coffee out of the box, and the build quality is very nice. On the flip side we have the aluminium tamper and doser, which again help to make this gift set feel really premium, and that is a very nice addition to have. We have the smaller of the two coffee baskets if you choose to use the ground coffee option. The bigger one is already in the unit. We have the coffee spoon and a tamper for the ground coffee option. And we also have the coffee cup which fits to the base of the machine, and inside there we have the USB-C cable for charging and the coffee pod adapter. Now the biggest selling points of the Outin Nano portable espresso maker and all of the mini espresso makers currently on the market, because there are a few, is the ability to brew you a delicious espresso in 3 minutes. And that is true of this device, and I'll demonstrate that very soon. But a couple of points I'd like to make about this device. First of all, the first one being the name, Nano. Unfortunately there is nothing nano about this machine. In fact, this is pretty much the same size as all mini espresso makers on the market. Mini, yes. Compact, yes. But nano, no. The second point I'd like to touch on with the Outin Nano espresso maker is cups per charge. Now, using the hot water method with this device, this will brew you 200 delicious espressos on one charge, which may suit you down to the ground if you work in an office environment or you are a commuter. Maybe you carry a hot flask of water around with you, or you've got a hot tap available to you at your work. This will be perfect on your desk and will ensure you again 200 brews. But if, like me, you are a regular visitor to the woods and you do like to get a fire on, to get some water boiled, to get a coffee on, it doesn't really make sense to be boiling water to fill this when you can go to something as simple as this. These options weigh absolutely nothing. The packets will go on the fire after I've used them, and they will offer you a much larger cup. Now, Outin do advise the 5 cups from cold water you are going to get from this will only be 30ml shots, and that is using the 50ml method from the heating chamber. Horses for courses, I suppose. As mentioned previously, the Outin Nano is set up for ground coffee option out the box. In my honest opinion, that is the most satisfying to complete and the messiest to clean up. So what we're going to do is just swap the base out first to the coffee pod adapter. Very simply done, as you can see. Just unscrew that. That comes off as one complete unit. And then all we're doing, this is the coffee pod adapter. We'll take the basket out. Underneath there, take your pod of choice. That goes in there, squeezes in nice and tight, very satisfying. And then we can insert that again into the basket. This then screws very tightly and securely to the base of the machine, like so. We can set that back on there, ready to go. Now we're going to add the water to the heating chamber, which is very easily done simply by removing the lid. Now, as you can see here, just at the top, we have gradation marks for 50ml, 70ml and 80ml max. Now again, the 5 cups this is going to offer you is only available when you use the 50ml option, which will give you a 30ml coffee shot. From my personal standpoint, I am always going to opt for the max fill, which is probably going to offer me around 3 cups. Now from this point we've got 2 options. If we're using the hot water method, it's a double quick press of the button and that will immediately extract the hot water through the grounds using the 20 bar pressure that this machine offers you. In our case we're using the cold brew method, so it is a long 2-second press, and that will initiate the brewing process. The LEDs on the front will step up for each stage of the brewing process. And when it is ready, it will just extrapolate a lovely, delicious hot caffeine shot right in this cup down here that you can't see. So, ladies and gents, cheers. We have our coffee, and from 70ml, that is the amount of coffee we got from that shot. Lovely and delicious. It probably was a lot hotter than this before I was messing about with the camera, but it's nice, but it's gone, and that's not good. For my next trick, ladies and gents, we are going to remove the coffee pod adapter from the base of the Outin. I'll just demonstrate how easy and clean this method is. So there we have the old coffee pod. That comes out, goes in the bin. Simple. Quick shake, good to go. Now we have the ground coffee option with the lovely piece of knurled aluminium on the bottom. Again, really do like this. And we have the stainless steel coffee basket just to ensure that brew gets up to temp. So with this, we're taking the basket out and the shower cap, taking your choice of ground coffee and a spoon. I'll try and get this section done as quickly as possible. Again, this is not my favoured method. Very, very messy in my opinion. It is cool when you're putting the coffee in, you're tamping it down. In fact, we'll do it the special way with the supplied aluminium doser and tamper. I'm back. Did you miss me? So here we have the lovely, very, very well constructed doser and tamper. So with this, we're going to put this on top, like so. And then we can spoon in, I think it's around 8 or 9 grams or 10 grams of coffee. The more the better, in my honest opinion. So we'll put that in. Even a gap, a bit more. And then we can give that a quick, just to seat that in. There we go, don't know if you can see that. Then we remove the doser and go in with the tamper. Now again, this is the coolest part. You really do feel like a barista when you're doing this. As you can see there, we've got the coffee nice and tampered down. Take the shower screen, place that over the coffee, and then take the machine, just screw that back in very tightly. And there we go. Place that back on the rest. We'll add some water. Oh, interesting. That is interesting. Right, so I don't know what happened that time, guys, but we have still got a 50 ml of water in there. I was thinking to myself that was a very, very shallow cup of coffee. So we do have some steaming hot water up to 50 ml in there, so I don't know what happened there. We'll try it this way. So that only really gave me a 20 ml cup of coffee. No wonder it went so bleeding fast. Right, let's hope for better results this time. So we're going to go with the 70 again. More the better. We'll put the cap on, and let's hope this extracts all of the water and coffee this time. So long press, 2 seconds, and we'll let that brew. Well, ladies and gents, I'm glad to report we had much better success on that attempt, and on inspection of the heating chamber there was very, very minimal water left, and this looks like a more substantial brew. Let's give it a taste. Nice and hot, which is what you want. Well, that coffee is very, very bitter. What is that? Ugh. Ethiopian Mokalimu roast and ground coffee, number 4 medium dark roast. But it's hot caffeine, which is more than welcome on a day like this. So very nice. No crema, which is surprising. Although, like I say, I'm no espresso aficionado. I know caffeine and that's about it. But apparently, when you use the right dose, 50 ml or 30 ml, 50 ml, you do get a nice thick crema. This one does seem quite watery. But again, what would I know? Now when I finish this one, guys and girls, I am going to run another coffee pod through it because I weren't happy with that last attempt. Just to make sure that was a glitch in the matrix and it wasn't a problem with the machine. Oh, lovely. Right, ladies and gents, so I'm glad to report that problem did not present itself on that last try. We did deplete all the water, minus a tiny little bit, which is normal for these. I've had this before on another one I've reviewed, very minimal water. But one thing to note and take extreme caution on with this model, I've noticed, when you're using the ground coffee option with that stainless steel basket, whatever you do, do not try and clean this straight away, because if you do, that is still quite hot, although it is very cold out here today. If you do manhandle this straight after use, you will cry real man tears. It's extremely hot and does remain hot for some time. Yep, so just exercise caution when you're taking this out to clean, because it does remain very, very hot for some time. So we have successfully brewed 3 hot shots of coffee today using the cold water method, and that was using 70 ml of water in the heating chamber. To see how much power is left in the unit, we simply press the power button once, and as you can see there, we're down to 1 charge point. I don't even think this is going to be enough to make another brew. We will try, but on the charging note, very easily charge this device. Just lift the tab on the back and that will expose the Type-C charger. Plug that in the back. Make sure your charger is 5 volt 3 amp compliant. It does mention that in the user manual. This came with 2 charge points and it took me around an hour to get it fully charged. This did come out fully charged, and again we've managed 3 brews there using 70 ml hot water. We will try one more off camera just to see if I do succeed in getting another brew. But so I have just tried extracting one more brew from the Outin Nano espresso maker. We did not succeed. It barely lasted 10 seconds before that went off, and I did try that with 50 ml of water. So we succeeded with 3 brews at 70 ml, which is what I would do all the time, because 50 ml just isn't enough. The bonus is though, with a USB power bank, this can be charged on the go. So just to demonstrate there, we are charging. So if you have got a power bank, you have got unlimited power for as long as your power bank's charged anyway. So you'll get many more cups out of that. And if you are an individual who is always on the go, maybe commuting for work, this can be left on charge between brews, meaning the 5 brews you'll get from a single charge of the device is increased substantially and will last for as long as your power bank, which is a bonus. Now let's go over my initial thoughts and some of the pros and cons regarding the Outin Nano portable espresso maker. First off, the Outin Nano espresso maker is very compact by design, which makes it extremely portable. And coming in at 670 grams, this is very easily slipped away in a pocket or a bag, and being the size of a drinks bottle will take up very, very little room. The Outin will deliver to you 200 delicious hot beverages using the hot water method, and 5 using 50 ml water in the heating chamber from a cold brew. Again, the cold brews can be increased substantially using a power bank between brews. Regarding build quality of the Outin, again, the materials used are very, very nice. We have that nice textured matte finish, and with the inclusion of the new aluminium and stainless steel coffee basket there, it does exude a certain amount of quality. Very, very nice. And last, but certainly not least, when it comes to the Outin Nano's pros, is the gift set as a whole as it comes to you. With the inclusion of that lovely grey aluminium adjustable coffee stand and the aluminium tamper, it just feels like a really well put together and thought out gift set. And this is not going to look out of place on a professional's desk, and could potentially be an absolutely stunning gift for the coffee lover in your life. Now on to the cons regarding the Outin. There's only a couple, and I will say this is one of the nicer ones on the market. But I do think, first of all, they have been a bit ambitious with the naming of this little espresso maker. They've called it the Nano. This is far away from a Nano. Nano is like this big, and this is much bigger than that. Maybe the Outin Compact or the Outin Mini, definitely not a Nano, but you know, you've got to compete in the market, and it does sound appealing, doesn't it, the Outin Nano. Second of all, and I think this pertains to a lot of potential buyers in the market for this sort of device, and all of these on the market, and that is going to be the size of coffees you are going to get from this. Now again, espressos are meant to be tiny, like this. I've seen them, I don't often drink them myself. In fact, I don't drink them myself until I started reviewing these. But I do believe they're meant to be thick and creamy and tiny. Now, for most people, a coffee needs to be in a mug, just like me. I'm not a mug. I like my coffees in a mug. Now, a lot of potential buyers will not be able to differentiate between an espresso and a coffee. They are 2 totally different entities, I believe. And the espresso aficionados out there, again, you'll know they're only meant to be tiny. So what you're getting out of this is correct. For normal coffee drinkers like me, even the, you know, that sort of much there, that's a shot. It's not enough for me personally, but it is what it is. The price of the gift set currently comes in the UK at around £200, which is neither a pro or a con. this all comes down to the individual buyer. So just before I wrap this video up, ladies and gents, if you often find yourself on a train, plane or automobile and you fancy a shot of that dark nectar, consider this. Otherwise, if you find yourself home alone and again you just want that quick coffee, this could be right up your street. What I'm trying to say is, don't be a Scrooge and consider this for a loved one's gift this Christmas. And that, ladies and gents, about does it for this video. If you are considering picking one of the Outin Christmas Sip Joy gift sets up for a loved one this Christmas, please use the link down in the description box. At checkout, use code Stephen for an exclusive discount just for you. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank all of my channel members for your unwavering and selfless support for me and the channel. It really is appreciated more than you know. Thank you so much. Until the next one, you stay safe and as always, stay crafty. See you again, guys. Bye bye.